Good Monday morning. Hope everybody had a great weekend. We had a good one. Pretty relaxing. Nothing major going on. I got up Saturday morning and got to sit around for a little bit later in the morning, and then went out for a long run while Renee went out yard selling and estate sales. And then we met back for lunch. So it's always makes Saturday a lot better when we get to do with stuff like that. And then Corey and Kate and her parents came over after lunch, and it was good getting to visit with them, getting to meet them for the first time. And so it's been really nice. Yesterday, got out to do my a short run, and then strength and conditioning while Renee went to her Bible study at church yesterday evening. So been trying to do the runs at different times. I run most mornings, but been trying to change it up where I run in the evening some, and got to start doing some night runs because the big race coming up in October. I mean, it's hard to believe it's 16 weeks away. That seems like a long time until you start really looking at the calendar and breaking it down and the trainings and stuff like that. It's going to be here before I know it, and it's going to be at least 24 plus hour run. So I've got to be working on those night times. I am not a night person, so that's going to be the hardest part for me, is staying up and running throughout the night, and trying to keep moving during all that time, stuff like that. So, but the training is something I really enjoy. I know a lot of people don't like training, but something I really enjoy. I love having something on the books. I love having something that I'm working towards. That's what keeps me motivated, and it's what pushes me. And same thing at work. Renee and I have got to give ourselves goals. If we don't, we'll put stuff off. We've been working on our contracts, and we've been looking at them for 2 months, and finally, we're just like, look, we're not going to do nothing. Last week, it was like, we're not going to go nowhere. We're not going to do nothing until these contracts are done. And once we said, we're going to kind of reward ourselves and maybe go get away for a weekend or do something like that, that we sat down and started looking at some trips and stuff. Then it made us sit down and work, and we ended up knocking out like 90 something contracts within a couple days, when it took us 2 or 3 months and we didn't get a couple done. So just going through each one of them and adjusting and being sure things are being billed right, being sure all that the dots and the T's are crossed and everything like that. And I'm just looking through each one. So just for the for the company, but also just for the future of what we're doing. So that's something we've got to work on. But you got to have goals. You got to have something that says you got to give yourself a deadline. If you can't leave it open-ended. For me, with running like that, I can't just, to me, I love running, love doing things, but for me, having just an open end where I don't have nothing on the schedule, it's hard for me to keep my mind going and say, okay, how long do I want to do this today, or what I want to do, and things like that. But if I have a schedule, that just motivates me. So how are you guys? Do you like having a schedule? Do you like having something that you're working towards, or do you like just getting up? I know there's a lot of runners and that does this, that are great runners, that they don't have a plan. They don't like doing a plan. They like just getting up and just ever how they feel that day, and that's what they run. And that works for some, but then for, like I said, some like me has got to have something in schedule. But with that, the race is in October. It seems like forever away, and until you start looking at the calendar. Renee and I was looking through it, and you start trying to make the plans on stuff, and it's like, man, it's going to be here before we know it. So it's trying to just get the game plan on that, but also a lot of things going on between now and then for life and work, and so you got to put that stuff first and keep things going, but then get the training mixed in with all the big picture of it. So as we go through a week, let's continue praying for the people around us. Be a blessing for somebody this week. Try to put a smile on their face. We've got enough negativity in the world. Turn on any social media platform, turn on the TV for 2 seconds, and there's going to be something negative most of the time. But be that positive person for somebody this week. Somebody may be having a lot worse day than you, but you smiling at them and telling them have a blessed day may just make them feel so much better. So let's continue just being happy and trying to push that and try to do the best we can, and everybody have just a blessed and wonderful week.